This is the Adidas, it's actually pronounced Adidas, Copa 19 Plus, worn by Derby. It's Derby, not Derby. County FC player Fikayo Tomori. I have no clue if I said that right, but that's as close as it's gonna get. Unfortunately, as you can see by the Instagram video he posted, his have a giant hole in the toe. 2019 might be the year of exploding football boots. So to quickly break down this story, yesterday, January something, Tomori played in an FA Cup match against Southampton, and during that match, at some point in time, he got stepped on and ripped his boots. As far as I'm aware, I did not watch the match. He was never subbed off, and I don't think that he came off to switch his boots at any point in time at all. But after the match was over, he took to Instagram in the locker room and showed off his broken boots and his bloody toe. If this situation sounds familiar, that's because it just happened to somebody else wearing Nike Mercurials about a week and a half ago. A little bit more blood, less boot breakage, but if you want to learn more about that, I'll leave a pop-up on screen. Also an interesting story. Now, being that I'm the guy that reviews football boots, it seems like just about everybody who saw this on Instagram messaged me about it, asking me to make a video, not only asking about the specific situation, but whether or not there's a problem with the latest and greatest football boot from the Adidas brand, the Copa 19 Plus, with really the main face of this particular model being Paulo Dybala. There aren't too many pros wearing it at this point in time, but the fact that it just came out and there's already a broken pair out there is a little bit concerning if you were planning on picking up this $275 football boot. Well, here's the thing, and I said this in my review of this boot, that I happen to really like. I'm not a huge fan of laceless boots, but this is by far the best laceless football boot that I have personally ever worn. It's kangaroo leather, it's prime knit, and then the two elements come together by way of what's called fusion skin. The thing about the front part of the boot, where you saw Tomori's boot have the giant hole from getting stepped on, that's the kangaroo leather area. And the kangaroo leather, while it might look really kind of fluffy and padded like the Michelin Man, as I've pointed out, when you actually have these on, the leather is remarkably thin and remarkably soft, which means that if you were to get stepped on by somebody wearing soft ground studs, which I'm assuming was the case in this match against Southampton, if it caught you just the right way, it could rip a hole in the upper. Is this an issue specific to the Copa 19 Plus? I would say no. And for the most part, it's kind of just a fluky incident. Now, it's totally worth noting that this is a brand new boot from the Adidas brand. There's only one color. It's only been out for about a month. And based on my own personal experience with the pair that I've been testing, I've not had any issues at all. So for those that are asking whether or not there are durability issues with the Copa 19 Plus, for the most part, I would say absolutely not. And the reason why I say that is because the upper of this boot is primarily kangaroo leather, something that we've been seeing used on football boots for a very long time now. So there's nothing new about the material used here. So the fact that we saw one pair rip, obviously it's a little bit unfortunate that the boot is so brand new, but again, I really chalk this down to just being kind of a fluky situation. And until we see a bunch more pairs break in professional use, I just don't think it's something you need to be worried about. With that said, and not just referring to the Copa 19 Plus, but modern football boots in general are getting thinner and thinner. And the thinner the materials are, the more likely situations like this are going to happen. Not just the boots breaking, but you getting stepped on and ended up bleeding, because there's pretty much no protection when the boots are as thin as they are. I think it's also worth mentioning that Tomori is an Adidas endorsed athlete. At least that's what he claims on his Instagram. He has linked Adidas UK, even though that's not an official Adidas Instagram account. Either way, I'm assuming he either gets paid by Adidas to wear the boots or he gets the boots 100% free, whatever his contract is. I'm not entirely sure, but the fact that he went and posted this on Instagram is probably not something that Adidas is too happy with. Says the guy making a video about it on his YouTube channel. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more boot spotting type videos on the channel, please support it with a like. That helps me out tremendously. And if you don't want to miss out on future content from me on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button along with a little bell notification so you get notified when the next new video goes live, which happens every single day. If you have any questions or comments for me, leave it down below in the comments and I'll do my best to get an answer out to you as soon as I possibly can. All my social media information is linked down below in the description as well. If you want to follow me on Instagram in particular, I do a lot of boot spotting there if you're into this type of stuff. And other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.